I'm a medical student in 500 level, just finished introductory posting in pathology and pharmacology, and I'm telling you today why I left America. They're playing ball, they're watching football, or rather, they're watching a game in the next room. Why I left America, and why I'm here in Nigeria studying medicine right now. So, I decided many times not to tell this story because I did not know how it was going to work out, but I think someone needs to hear this, and why not? Why not share this? You can tell that this is where I live. This is apart. This is hostel life. Right now, we have another posting starting surgery on Monday. So stick around to the end, and I will share with you some things I applied, some things that really helped me. Some places I applied. I actually have a few very beautiful letters of rejection. So maybe I'll share with you the story of how I got rejected from Harvard University. Or maybe I should share the story with you of how I got accepted to New York Medical College. Maybe that one at the end. So, first thing first, first degree, I did my high school, my secondary school in Federal Government College, Warri. That's in Delta State, Nigeria. And afterwards, I wanted to leave the country, so I decided to do A levels first. I did Cambridge A levels in EAC Ibadan, and I did that planning to not finish initially. But my dad was like, "Okay, since you really want to do medicine, but you want to leave the country, why not just do mathematics, physics, and chemistry instead of biology, physics, and chemistry, so that you can learn calculus? Because apparently calculus was very important for studying abroad, which my brother told us after he struggled for the first 2 semesters with calculus. So I did mathematics, chemistry, physics, and I aced the A levels examination. After the A levels, I had an A star in physics, AA, so that's full 16 points in Cambridge A levels. Ended up not using the result at all. Went over to America, San Antonio, and I got accepted into environmental science. Taking environmental science, I decided to study environmental science because that was like something unconventional, but I guess it would get you into medicine. So after doing that, I chose to. I'm changing the angles up a bit. Maybe the lighting is not as good as, but maybe I chose to switch my major from environmental science to biology in the first week because I was told that, oh, you have better requirements for studying medicine if you go straight and you just study biology instead of doing environmental science, because I will take environmental science courses and I also have to take medicine courses. So deciding to just do one, I chose medicine, and the same first week I was told by my advisor, another man, that I would never get into medical school in America. I should just go home. I shouldn't waste my parents' money. And I literally didn't want to eat for like the next few hours. But my dad and mom, we had lunch together, and they told me that even if there's only one spot in medical school, you're gonna get it. So that's how I applied. That's how I applied myself. Spent 4 years, worked hard for every single day, worked on projects, volunteered, part of organizations, positions. The CV is stacked. If I share my resume with you, it's extraordinarily stacked. And fast forward to the point where I chose to come back. I started working, graduated summa cum laude, the top of my class, top of my school. Um, but I wanted to go to medical school, and after applying to multiple places, I'll tell you the story about how I got rejected and got accepted at the end. But I'll tell you this story first. After I decided, I took a trip to Dallas, Texas by myself. I just carried myself, my instrument, my saxophone, and I went downtown and I played a few days, got a hotel, spent some time in prayer. And I think I got some clarity then. Lord was leading me to come back home, and it was like, if you trust me and come back home, I will open doors for you and I will take care of you every step of the way. And to me, that did not make any sense because, okay, why would I leave a functional society? Why would I leave things that work and come to a place where things don't work? It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I do that? Why? And my whole plan was to do a master's. I actually got accepted to the master's. The day after I decided to trust God and move, I got a okay, close to a full scholarship for a master's program in Dallas, UT Dallas Health Science Center, studying global health with an emphasis in public health, global health. And I got that master's MPH, and I knew that the Lord had already told me to move. So initially, I was like, okay, if I don't get this master's, I'm not going to go. But then the Lord was like, trust me. So I made the move and I got the masters, and I declined the masters. I got two offers, one from New York, one from Dallas. So I declined it, came back home in 2020 January. I remember it was on my birthday, 22nd of January. Okay, so I'll tell you all that stories another day. But now the thing that you are here for, the reason this video is being made today is because somebody needs to hear this. There were times when I worked like crazy. Like, I have done all kinds of job. I've done furniture moving. I deliver food packages with my bicycle. Go to McDonald's, pick up food, go over the people, drop them off, go downtown in a bus, do deliveries. I've done graphic design for people. I've played at weddings. I have done videography for weddings. I've done all kinds of jobs, and I hustled, and I hustled. I make wristbands. I do all kinds of things, but for me, I think the thing that stuck out for me was that although it seemed that nothing was going to work, I trusted God that in the midst of a society where people say things don't work, I knew God could make a way. In the midst of famine, there's a possibility that everybody stays in famine, but you thrive. So I took a leap. It was not really a leap, it's just obedience, because I knew that if I didn't obey, God would still fight me. God would catch me eventually. Like Jonah will run, right? But eventually, the whale caught him and he went back to where God sent him. So why do I want that to happen to me? So okay, let me come back home. I came back, applied to schools. COVID-19 happened. That's a story for another day. My dad, an anesthesiologist, caught COVID-19. He passed away from COVID-19. Long story short, I'll tell you that story if there's enough traction on this one. Probably I'll still tell you that story another day, another season. But all that happened, and I eventually decided to come to Bowen University because we asked around for the best medical schools in Nigeria based on many categories and criteria, and somehow Bowen kept popping up. They had a good clinic settings. I had my cousin also here who just graduated, and I have a professor who really encouraged me to come here. So that's how I came. That's why I am where I am. And now the story that you wanted to find out, how did I get accepted to medical college and Harvard? First of all, Harvard. Oh, Harvard. I actually wanted to apply, but I was scared to apply the first time. So I didn't apply. I was like, okay, let me leave it. But the second year, I went to New Orleans, and I was in the middle of a hurricane. Hurricane Harvey hit. I went to do another set of shows, traveled a bit, played a different bus downtown. So I have some videos and pictures from New Orleans with the different locals and everything like that. Hope this video is still working. Yeah, we're still vicious. In the midst of that, I literally just sent in my letter of recommendations, my essay, everything, my results, and I just sent it. I was like, okay, I literally just want to see at least a rejection letter from Harvard so I can add it to my resume, my story timeline. Like, okay, yes, thank you very much for coming to this university, but we don't accept you. So, although they didn't want to accept international students, they saw my letter and they were like, oh, yeah, but we're not accepting international students, so big deal. No, you can't come. So, I was happy to get that rejection letter just because I just want to have that rejection letter in my CV. Like, it's cool. Rejected from Harvard. It's cool. For me, at least. But the one I got accepted to, I got 3 interviews, 2 in New York, 1 in Chicago. No, Wayne State University. I got an interview in Chicago, Illinois, Wayne State, and I went for the 3 of them. They liked me. They went well. Interviews went well. I got in 2 wait lists, so it means that they like you, but there's not enough space, so you're not their priority. So they will probably pick their citizens first, their residents first, before they even think about picking you. So those schools told me that, hey, you're cool and all, but you can apply to us next year. Maybe have a better score, maybe improve in some areas, and we might not think about accepting you. But this last school, New York Medical College, NYMC, it was different. I walked into from the airport. Everywhere was super cold. I got to stay with some really cool medical students. Taught me a bit about their culture there in the school. I got to see a lot of the university, and I did this kind of mostly like OSCE. Honestly, you go from one scenario to the next scenario. Like you go to one room and they read a scenario for you. OSCE means like I don't even know what OSCE means, but basically like steeplechase. You are standing in one place, and from one place you move to the next station. From the next station you move to the next station, and they ask you questions, and they are graded by a supervisor there. So like, let's say that one of the questions was actually, oh, can I say that now? I mean, it's like 5 6 years later. So one of the questions was actually telling me to if there's someone who has a blood transfusion, she's Jehovah's Witness, she doesn't want blood transfusion, and she's going to be in trouble. So how do you handle the situation? By telling her parents or her guardians, or not telling them at all based on the patient's request, something like that. And of course answer it. So I finished all that, talked to the panels, did all kinds of interviews, and I left. And while I was doing my research in my lab, I got a message, congratulations, you got accepted. That was one of the most happy moments of my life. Like, I had worked at least 5 years for this. MCAT studying is a crazy amount of studying you had to do. All the volunteering, all the work, it all came up to this grand moment, and it was lovely. It was lovely. One of the best moments of my life, like legitimately, when everything you've worked for pays off. But then 3 days later, the bill came, and maybe I'll tell you another day how much it costs to study as an international student in America. Let me know if you really want to see that. Let me know if you catch any value from what I'm sharing, if you learn something, and maybe share some more later on. So I have another video about why pain, why God allows suffering. I'm going to link it to this video because that was a video I did 5 years ago after I lost my dad. So it kind of tells a lot of these stories, but it does it right after the pain happened. I'll probably do more later to make it more clear, but check that video out. And then, oh, thank you very much. Is it in frame? And then up more. Yeah, better. Okay, it's in frame now. Oh, I think. Oh no, don't tell me I was out of frame all this while. You want to help me? Hey, my roommate's coming to help, coming to save. Okay, hey, I got a videographer now. Thank you. So, in summary, what I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't matter where you are geographically placed. In my mind, I was thinking that, oh, coming back home will be terrible, and in many ways, it has been challenging. Like, this past week has been the most challenging in my entire life, and that's saying a lot with all the things I've been through. This past week has been hard. Med school is hard. Life is hard. Things going on. My iPad going into water, screen dying, screen coming back, screen going off again. All sorts of things that I can't tell you about right now. But if the Lord is leading you somewhere, you think that, oh, you're in Nigeria, then you really want to leave. If God is leading you to leave, then why not go? But if the Lord tells you to stay, don't move. If you're outside the country right now, and right now you're struggling, because I know many people who have struggled with papers. You're at the point where your visa is about to expire, right? And then you're like, okay, do I just go the illegal routes and just stay and fight it? I know people have tried that thing, and it's hard. It's hard. Staying is hard, going is hard. But if the Lord is telling you, come back home and build, come back home, I will take care of you, He will. I mean, I haven't got everything I want in life yet. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. I have grown quite a lot. And this is the result of someone on